Marhaba, Ana Ismi David Min Chicago. Mean learn Arabic vocabulary easily with David. Sharafna, Kif Kun, how are you all? Um, this would be the second video in the series from Learn Arabic Vocabulary Easily with David. It's called Arabic Animals video number 2. So we're going to attempt to memorize the names in Arabic of 5 new animals in this kitchen behind me here, using a memory technique called the Memory Palace. Please visit my friend Dr. Mativier at magneticmemorymethod.com/David and get your free memory course, and you can learn a lot of cool techniques for memorizing things like Arabic vocabulary and make your life quite easy compared to the old-fashioned way. So without further ado, let's get going here. So let's advance to the first slide. I'm going to get my head out of the way here. So these are all the animals. So I know this is a lot on the screen right now, but this is just a quick glance on which animals we're going to learn today. So frog, giraffe, hippopotamus, iguana, and jaguar. So the first animal that we want to learn is a frog. So using the memory palace technique, we're going to place these animals on different pieces of furniture or locations within this house. So we can make a little story with this frog and try to remember his name in Arabic. So in Arabic, a frog is difda. Difda. So what we could possibly imagine is that the father of this frog is trying to stick him in the oven and cook him. Not a very good father, obviously. And this frog is actually saying to himself, or even out loud, I wish I had a different dad. So, because I don't want one that's going to throw me in the oven, obviously. So, we get difda from different and dad. So we imagine that a bad dad is trying to stick this frog in the oven, and this frog is saying, I wish I had a different dad. Difda. And then we're going to move to this next location, which I believe is the knives. And here we've got a giraffe. So giraffe in Arabic is Giraffe. Pretty similar to the English word, but we got a Z there. So how do we remember that it's not giraffe or some other word in Arabic? Well, what we can do here is we can have Zorro, the guy with the mask and the sword fighter. We can have Zorro on this giraffe, and he takes the knives off of this counter, and he's using that as his knife, and maybe him and the giraffe are going to be going through the countryside over here, fighting everybody with these knives that were on the counter. So we get the Giraffe comes from Zorro. We see Zorro. We see his little outfit. We can imagine the screaming and the yelling and him riding on the giraffe. We see the colors of the giraffe. But when we come to this location, we want to see this little movie happening, by these knives here. So we get Zorro and giraffe, and we get Giraffe from that Giraffe. The next animal we have is a hippopotamus. In Arabic, it's two words here. We got Ferris and Nair. So what can we do to try to remember Ferris Nair means hippopotamus? So what I can imagine is that there's a Ferris wheel by this stove here, and this hippopotamus has got his ticket, and he wants to get on the ride. And they're saying, hey, you're too fat. You can't get on. You weigh too much. You're going to break the Ferris wheel, kind of thing. And we can see a little argument breaking out as this hippopotamus is trying to get on this Ferris wheel. So the guy that's running the ticket counter makes a deal with him and says, if you use some Nair on all the hair on your body there, you're going to weigh less, and then you can get onto this Ferris wheel. So this hippopotamus takes you've probably seen Nair before. It's a pink bottle Nair hair remover. So the hippopotamus takes this nair, removes all the fur from his skin. Yes, and then he's allowed to go on the Ferris wheel, and everybody's happy. So we see a Ferris wheel. Get the different cars and all that kind of stuff with the Ferris wheel. We've got the hippo wants to get on there, but he can't. If he uses nair, he can get on there. But when we see hippopotamus, we're thinking Ferris nair. And then an iguana. Iguana in Arabic is harbeyi. So I'm essentially breaking this into 3 words when we're going to use mnemonics with this. So in this candle area, we're going to have Harry Houdini doing a magic trick, and he takes a bayonet out of a hat, and he actually stabs this poor iguana in the tail with the bayonet, and he yells out, "Yay, I got it." So Harry Houdini is by this candle over here in this area. He pulls the a bayonet out of a hat, and takes that bayonet and stabs the iguana, and the iguana and Harry Houdini both go, "Yay." So Harry for har, bayonet for bay, and yay for them cheering yay at the end for iguana. Okay, and then we've got a jaguar. So the word in Arabic for jaguar is fehed. So we can take 2 words from this too. If we think of the actress Tina Fey, or even you could think of a phaser gun or something like that, but something that's going to give you the sound fey, and hat, or even head. But for me, I had Tina Fey has a new hat on, and the jaguar here does not like it, and the jaguar is going to come over and steal the hat and start eating the hat. And then even to give us some more things to remember about this, Tina Fey could pull out a phaser gun and shoot the jaguar in the head. Okay, so we don't want to get too violent on you, so this is a PG show. But so anyway, so Tina Fey has a new hat. The jaguar comes over, steals the hat. Tina Fey grabs out her phaser gun and then shoots the jaguar in the head. So for jaguar, we get Fehed. So thank you for watching the video today, and let's do just a quick review of what we've seen here. So we've got our oven here, and we had a frog in there, and the father was trying to put the frog in the oven, and the frog was wishing that he had a different dad. So in our mind, even without seeing this picture that we're looking at now, we should be able to walk through this kitchen and go from station to station to station and see the animals and their definitions with a little bit of practice. So, and you could even do this when you're laying in bed or whatever else. You go, well, what was going on in this kitchen? So then we got these knives here. So we had a giraffe, and we had Zorro. Zorro was riding the giraffe. He's grabbing the knives from here. So we get the Z from Zorro and giraffe. So that gives us Zarafi for a giraffe here. And then on the stove, we had a Ferris wheel, and we had the hippopotamus, and the word for hippopotamus was Ferris ner. So we had a Ferris wheel, and we had the Ferris wheel, and then so then the ticket taker would not allow the hippopotamus onto the Ferris wheel. So he said, if you use nair on your skin, we'll let you out because you'll weigh less. So he gets the nair. So this gives us Ferris nair. And then we end up at the candles here. We had Harry Houdini. Takes a bayonet out of his hat and stabs the iguana. And they both go, yay. Like Harry goes, yay, I got you. maybe the iguana's going, yay, hey, stop it, what's going on, yay. But anyway, so we got Harry, a bayonet, and somebody saying yay. So that gives us Harbeye for iguana. And then over by these bananas here, we had the Jaguar, and we had Tina Fey with a hat, and the Jaguar doesn't like the hat, grabs the hat. Tina Fey takes a phaser gun, shoots the head of the Jaguar. So from Fey, we get Fey, and from hat, we get Fey head. So Fey and head, Fey head is going to be Jaguar. So thank you for following the video today. Please take a quick look at magneticmemory.com/David and sign up for your free course. Have a great afternoon. Shukran Katir.